How are you? Hope you all enjoy very well at your homes. Okay, students, today in the subject of social science, we are going to start the section political science. Here we are going to start chapter number 2. According to the NCERT syllabus, this chapter is very important. So first of all, we are going to start chapter number 2. What is democracy? Why democracy? So this is the name of the chapter. See students, the name of the chapter, it is in the form of question mark. Here we have to know what is the meaning of democracy. So let's start with the literal meaning of democracy. Democracy, the literal meaning means according to its words, from where the word democracy has been taken. It is the Greek word, which is a combination of two words, that is demos and kratia. Now students, see what is the meaning of these two words. Demo means people and the word kratia means rule. So students, you must have followed the meaning of democracy. This is the rule of people. So democracy is a Greek word which means a system of government where the people's representative rule over the country. Now see the official definition of the democracy. According to this, democracy is a government which is elected by the people, for the people and of the people. Students, let's have the explanation of this definition. Democracy is a type of government which is elected by the people, means people of the country, they used to vote for the candidate or the representative. That representative, after being elected, it works for the people. And students, the most important thing is that these representatives, they are chosen among the people. They are not any foreigners. They are chosen among the people of the same country. So, the proper definition of democracy is, it is a government which is elected by the people. After being elected, this government works for the people, and overall, this is the government of the people. You know who has given this definition? It is by the first president of America, that is Abraham Lincoln. So students, this is a very important official definition of democracy, and it's very easy to learn. You need to learn the three words by, for and of. Now see the broader meaning of the democracy. Broader means the detailed meaning of the democracy. As we know, nowadays the societies are very enlarged, population has been increased, so it's not possible that all the people, they should gather at one place and they should take part in the decision making of the government. So there is a system of representative democracy. In this form of democracy, we can say the people used to elect their representative of particular area. That chosen representatives, they work according to the demands of the people. They work according to the welfare of the people. So overall we can say this is the government that is very caring government, because it works according to the needs, demands and the welfare. So this is the most common form of democracy. Now students, we will discuss the features of the democracy. What are the major features of the democracy? Actually, these features are the major conditions which make a country democratic. Due to these features, the democracy is very popular over the world. Now see, what are the major features? Why is the democracy becoming more and more popular form of the government? It is becoming popular over all the world. You know, students, majority of the countries of the world, they prefer to have the democratic government. Why they prefer to have the democratic government? Because of the following features. Let's discuss the features. First of all, the rulers are elected by the people. The very important feature of the democratic government is here the rulers. Ruler means those who rule over the country. Now students, in the different countries we have seen there may be a king, queen, president, dictator, monarch or a elected ruler also. So in democracy we are talking about the elected rulers. These rulers are not hereditary. These rulers are not forcibly. These rulers are actually elected by the people by their own will, their own wish. So very important feature is rulers are elected by the people. Second, there are regular elections. In every democracy, the elections are held at a proper regular time period. So in India, the election interval is 5 years. Means after every 5 years, the elections are held. So regular election are the major feature of the democratic government. Students, if I used to say that there is no election in a particular country, then you can imagine that. Is there democratic system? No. If there is no regular election, it means that country is not having democratic government. So next feature is these elections are held regularly but free and fair. What is the meaning of free and fair elections? Means people need not to pay for that and they need not to be discriminated on the basis of any caste, color or any creed, religion, etc. Fair elections, equal elections are held, and you know these elections are held by an independent commission that is known as EC. You know students, what is the meaning of EC? This is the election commission. In democratic country, there is an independent commission. Independent means which is not under any pressure of government or any rich person. It is free from the control of executive or legislature. So, independent election commission, its main work is to hold free and fair elections at a proper regular interval. And the very important thing, students, this election commission implements a code of conduct. According to code of conduct, few rules and regulations are fixed. These rules and regulations are imposed during the election time period. So, this is a very important feature of democratic government. Next is, if we are going to hold the elections, then people enjoy the equal rights, especially right to vote. Means all citizens above the age of 18, they can have the vote to write. थोड़ी सी क्रॉप करनी पड़ेगी हो गई पॉज कितना है मेरा पॉज कितना है इलेक्शन आते कंट्रोल अफसर. So equal right to vote means all citizens, they enjoy the equal right. Their vote is considered equal. There is no discrimination on the basis of any religion, caste, language, region. So all votes are calculated as the equal votes. Students, one thing is very important here to remember. In democracy, one vote has a one value. Means either the vote is of a poor person or a rich person, they are considered as one. So it is a very important feature which makes a democracy very popular. So one vote, one value, we have already have learned the concept. Even rich, poor, they enjoy the same vote. Then the very important feature is protection of the minorities. Yes, students, you know, in every country there are people whose number is very less. These less number of people are usually called the minorities. So, making them feel that the country is their own country. Either they are in the less number, but still the country's government is going to take care of their demands, of their welfare. So there is a special provision, that is the protection of the minorities. In our country, the democratic government is going to provide many privileges, many special rights. For example, the reservation policy is there for the protection of minorities. So due to this feature, it is very favorable government of the minorities. Then the very important thing is there, in each and every democratic country, the government should work properly. The government work should be very fair. Whatever the pledges it has taken before the elections, all pledges should be completed. So this work is done by the help of the opposition parties. So there is a great importance of opposition in the democracies. Opposition parties, they used to focus on the major works of the government which are already done and even the works which are not done. So opposition party from time to time, it tries to draw the attention of the people as well as of the government to do the important task for the welfare of the country. So students, we can say opposition plays a link between the people as well as between the government also. So this is the feature which make the government very alert. Next feature we are going to say democratic government. It is the welfare government. Due to this, there are very important merits. People are given choice in the elections. So during election, there are many political parties, many representatives are there from the parties. So people get enough choice, satisfactory choice. They can choose the representative according to their choice. Next feature is media is free from the control of the government. Media is not in the hands of any powerful personality. In media, you know, we can consider the newspaper, TV, radio, cinemas, and even the multimedias. Nowadays, internet, mobile, these are the major sources of the media. So media is very important in the democracy as it used to frame the public opinion. Through the media, we can send the opinion of the people to the government, and even people come to know the opinion of the government. So always the media should be free and fair. Only then the democratic government can do its targets. Then the other feature, the other merit of the democracy is decision making process. So here in democracy, decisions are taken in the executive, in the legislature, the policies are framed, the members of the executive, they used to implement the decisions, but how the decisions are taken? Actually, decisions are not taken by one or two persons only. The decision making is done with the help of people. Now you will be wonder how the people can participate in the decision making. Students, as we had read about the feature of the democracy, there are elections. So people used to elect the representative. Those representatives, they work according to the demands, the wishes of the people. Whatever the needs of the people, they used to frame the law according to that. So indirectly, the people are going to participate in the decision making. Whatever the laws, policies are framed by the government, Indirectly, they are approved by the people. Next feature is democracy is the best form of the government because all the features, all the merits, they make the government very favorite government. That's why it is preferred by the majority of the countries in the world. Now students, let's see what are the other merits of the democracy. Merits means we can say these are the good points. What are the good features of the democracy? First of all, it is the legitimate government. What is the meaning of legitimate government? Means it is people's own government. How it is the people's own government? Because it is elected by the people, so it is people's own government. As people has elected, it is more accountable government. Each and every vote is accountable. The vote of rich, poor, majority, minority, everyone's vote is considered here. So it is more accountable government. It is not going to ignore anyone. Next one is it enhances the dignity of the citizen. Means it increases the feeling of respect and dignity. When the citizens, they elect the representatives, they used to elect their own government, there is a feeling that they are very important for the country. With their vote, the government is formed. So all this improves the dignity of the citizens. Then in democracy, more choice is given to the voters. As many political parties are there in India, so people are having the choice to whom they should vote. Next feature is it improves the quality of the decision making. When we talk about the elections, the system of participating in the decision making, naturally the decisions quality will be very good. As the decisions are taken on the behalf of the welfare of the people, so quality of decision is often very good. Then it allows the room to correct its own mistake. Means it gives the permission to make the decision which are earlier taken and they are having any drawback, they can make it correct. So this is the feature which make it more favorite government. Now see, democracy is always having so many drawbacks. In exams, the questions are there, what are the drawbacks, shortcomings, weaknesses or problems. So students, for all these terms, the same answer is there. Means what are the deficiencies of the democratic government? You know, each and everything is not always okay. There are always two sides of the hand. One is positive side and one is the negative sides. We already have seen the positive sides of the democracy. These are the good feature, the merits. But now we are going to talk about the shortcomings, the problems, the deficiencies, drawbacks. For all these, the same answer is there, that democratic government often faces many problems also. Let's see what are the major drawbacks. First, there is political instability. Political instability means the government is not permanent. As we have discussed, the regular elections are there after the every 5 years. The elections are compulsory to held. But sometimes students, government is not capable. Before that time period, there are the elections. So again and again, the government is going to be changed. This is called the political instability. Due to this, leaders are often changed. One good leader is working, then after that another leader comes. Maybe that leader is not sufficient as compared to the previous one, or the previous leader is, maybe he is also having the drawbacks. So here the leaders are often changed. Then the basic thing is there in the democratic election, these are very expensive. To hold the election, to maintain the voters list, to prepare the voter list, or to hold the booth, these are very expensive terms. So overall the elections are very expensive, and overall the burden of these expenses are directly or indirectly on the people. So this is the major drawback. Then sometimes there is a delay in the decision making. For example, any bill is going to be discussed in the parliament. First, it is sent to the first house, maybe to Rajya Sabha or Lok Sabha, then it is sent to the other house. One house takes at least 14 days to pass the bill. So it is very delayed decisions in the democracies. Now, other demerits, there is competition. Always the political competition, electoral competition that misleads the public opinion. Many political parties, they used to propagate in their own favor and they try to oppose the other parties. In this, the people used to get misled. They don't want to understand that which party is better or which is not. So there is a misleading towards the public opinion. Other drawback is there is a lot of corruption, riots, and there is no space for the moral things. As we often see during the election scenes, people used to fight with each, and the political leaders, they are very corrupt sometimes. They used to make the corrupt policies. They try to mislead the people also, and scams are there. So the biggest demerit of the democratic government is corruption, and there is no space of moral things, the good values. Overall, we can say people are poor, poverty, illiteracy, people are not literate, they are not educated, they cannot understand the game of the politicians. And overall, unemployment is the biggest problem. Due to this, people used to sell their votes. They don't use their voting rights properly. So these are the biggest problems in the success of a democracy. The next topic we will deal in the next slide, that is democracy in Pakistan and Zimbabwe. Thank you, students. Continue with the next slide. Thank you.